Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We are zooming in on a really specific window this time, the weekend of February 7th through the 9th, 2026.
Right.
And the location is the South Bay of Los Angeles. But we are not looking at the usual Silicon Beach app economy.
No, not at all. We're looking at, well, the engine room. This weekend really felt like a shift toward what people are calling hard tech.
Hard tech.
Yeah, heavy engineering, mostly in Torrance and Hawthorne. We've got new reports on power electronics, aerospace, and even the media tools being built to talk about it all.
It feels like the region is trying to solve a physics problem, not just another software one. So let's start with the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Navitas Semiconductor in Torrance.
Okay, so this is arguably the most critical piece of the whole AI infrastructure puzzle right now. They announced a new 10 kilowatt DC power platform.
Right, and it's built for AI data centers specifically.
Exactly, using gallium nitride and silicon carbide.
Okay, so we see those material names, those buzzwords thrown around a lot. Beyond that, why do they actually matter here?
It really boils down to two things: heat and density. Traditional silicon, it just gets too hot and it takes up too much space when you're pushing that kind of power. By switching to these newer materials, Navitas hit, get this, 98.5% efficiency. But the real takeaway is the density, 2.1 kilowatts per cubic inch.
So you're packing way more power into a significantly smaller box.
Which is the main bottleneck for AI right now. I mean, we're running out of physical floor space for these data centers. If you can shrink the power supply, you can pack in more compute.
Torrance is basically shrinking the body so the AI brain can get bigger.
That's a great way to put it. And just up the road in Aerospace Alley, that brain is getting a body.
You're talking about Skyryse over in El Segundo.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just hit a huge valuation milestone, right?
They did. They're officially a unicorn,
Right.
valued over $1.15 billion. But what's so interesting is their strategy. They aren't trying to build a better plane.
They're building SkyOS, an operating system.
It's a retrofit play. You take, say, a helicopter from the 80s, you install SkyOS, and all of a sudden it has the flight logic and the safety features of a brand new drone.
So the future of aerospace isn't just new metal. It's smarter code on old metal.
I think that's it. And speaking of fleets, we have to look at Hawthorne. The lines between SpaceX and Elon Musk's XAI are getting, well, very blurry.
The integration is tightening.
It is. We're seeing what looks like the very early stages of orbital computing. The theory is, why build massive hot data centers on Earth when you can just launch them?
Space is cold. Cooling is free.
Exactly. And Hawthorne is becoming the command center for that entire vision.
It's a very high-flying vision.
Okay.
But I want to pull the parachute for a second and look at the actual ground floor. Motorcar Parts of America, also in Torrance.
Right. They also reported earnings on the 9th, and they made a profit, about $1.8 million.
Which seems, I don't know, a little low-tech compared to Orbital AI.
It is, but it's the recession barometer. They remanufacture alternators, starters. Their stability proves that while tech is soaring, the regular consumer economy is still in, repair mode.
People are fixing old cars, not buying new ones.
And that's why the South Bay economy is so robust. It has both the futuristic vision and the gritty industrial floor that keeps people moving.
So you have this incredibly complex industrial ecosystem. If you're a local expert or a business in the middle of this, how do you even communicate it? Which I think brings us to San Pedro.
It does. This is the pivot to what they're calling digital authority. A place called Voxel Micro Video Labs just opened inside this restored 1922 J.C. Penney building.
An anti-mall sanctuary, I think they call that.
The sanctuary for creators, but really for efficiency. They've built what they're calling an AI-ready content engine. The acoustics are dampened, so AI transcription is perfect. They have this massive 30-foot digital wall.
But what's the actual strategy for someone listening?
It's the vertical slice technique. See, the problem for creators is format fatigue. You film widescreen for YouTube, then you have to reshoot everything for TikTok.
Or do that awkward crop where everyone's head is cut off.
Right. So Voxel Studio shoots in ultra-high-res 4K landscape, but it's framed so you can just crop the center strip perfectly for vertical video. No quality loss.
One take, two formats.
Exactly. It turns a meeting into a content farm. You have a conversation, and the facility just churns out broadcast-ready stuff. It mirrors the industrial efficiency we're seeing in Torrance, doing more with a smaller footprint.
It really connects all the dots, doesn't it? You've got the hardware shrinking, the software expanding, and now the media that tells the story is getting streamlined too.
It's a complete loop. The builders and the storytellers, they're optimizing at the same time.
So here's the question I'm left with.
Yeah.
If SpaceX and XAI actually pull it off, if they push data centers into orbit to solve that power problem,
Yeah.
what happens to the cities left below when the servers literally leave the ground?
That is the trillion-dollar question, isn't it?
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.